Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. So we're going to do another sit down video. So this is our second one. Yeah, it's a bit feels a bit weird to do these ones, doesn't it?
As I just said to him, let's just smash it out while I'm in the mood, because I don't usually sit down and talk like this.
No, I'm going to go. I'm going to leave now because you probably don't want to see my big head on here. You'd rather see Pam's head on there. So.
No, don't worry. Later on, when he goes through it all, I'll hear myself and I'll run to the bedroom and hide.
And then I'll play it up on the big TV once I've edited a video so she can see what's going on. So we thought in today's episode we might do 10 things that we wish we had known before we did our 6-month trip. This is just for us. Obviously everyone's going to be different. If you're a couple, you've got 2 kids, you've got 3 kids, you're a single, you're a couple with a heap of dogs.
This is just about us.
This is just us. This is our.
This is what we think.
This is what we think. Grab what you want and discard what you don't need. Righto, the first one we're going to do is you've got no personal space. You're literally on top of each other 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. It's completely different if you are at home where you've got your own separate bedrooms. You've got a couple of TVs with some family rooms. You can go into your own room, you can shut the door. But when you're in a 21-foot caravan with the double bed and two bunks, you're literally on top of each other. So,
although I must add, we did live in the van for 3 years while we were building the house.
So we're getting off topic here, but that started. We bought the caravan, and when we sold the house, we'll live in this for about what I said 6 months, 6 to 12 months.
Yeah.
And we'll have a house. So 3 years later, and Declan was born as well. So he actually was born while we were living in the caravan. So he actually learnt to walk, and that's why he was in the caravan. But anyway, that is well off topic.
That's right. So we kind of knew what we were getting ourselves into with the whole no personal space, but I guess in a different way because we're actually travelling.
Yeah, so you sort of know really. Well, you should know, but it's okay to get away for a weekend or a week here and there. But when you're constantly in the same space
and you're fighting with kids to sit down and get some homework done or do a little bit of schooling, at least try. Yeah, it's tough. Or you might have a disagreement.
Yep, you can't go and hide in the bedroom and shut the door. You
can't escape it.
The second one would be make sure you stock up when you go to your bigger towns, I'm guessing.
Yeah, so Woolies will be your best friend.
Woolies,
basically.
Coles, you get all your discounts too. Pen works at Woolies, so that was really handy for us. So she gets her staff discount, which I reckon that saved us a heap, I reckon. I wouldn't know how much it would have saved us, but what do you reckon, $1,000 it might have saved us?
Oh, gosh, I have no idea, but it helps when you stock up when things are on special and just, tinned veggies, packed, meat and, water. Just, stock up on everything while you've got a Woolies.
Yeah, 100%. Obviously your small towns, you need to get bits and pieces from them, and it helps support those small communities, but essentially you want to get all your big ticket items and all your stock up from a big place with the Woolies and that. So the next one is I don't reckon you need a massive expensive setup to travel Australia. I reckon you can get away with it in a camper trailer. You can get away with it in a bloody tent if you wanted to. A swag, if you want to chuck a swag on the back of a motorbike.
Oh, we've seen plenty of people getting around on their motorbike, travelling with just their motorbike and
then at the other end of the scale, you've got a retired couple with these massive big setups, and I'm thinking, do you really need that? Like, I suppose it looks nice, and I suppose it's for comfort, but it sort of restricts us or restricts you where you go, I suppose. Like
Yeah.
we got our caravan, it's 21 foot. I'd like to downsize it, and have the kids, if they want to come, they can just camp in a swag under the awning. So that's
Yeah. Less is best.
less is best. You don't need the best of everything.
No.
Get stuff that you can afford without going over the top.
Yep, we've gone through 3 caravans now to get where we are, and now we can't wait until the kids get older and we can downsize, and then they can do the whole swag thing, experience that. So, yeah, you start off where you can and you slowly work your way up.
So next one is keep it simple. So
I don't know how many things I said I needed in the van, and I took them and I did not use them at all.
I reckon I know one that was in the cupboard was that NutriBullet.
Yeah, so
Brought that from home and it did 22,212 kilometres, and I don't think it went out of the cupboard once.
I did not use it at all. Oh dear.
So I don't know. And we also noticed we took a table with chairs in it, or like incorporated in the table. I think we used that once, maybe twice. The whole time we just spent in the back of the ute, because we brought chairs. There's a review on the chair if you want to check it out. It's got a table that folds around with a table, and the kids just ate inside, so we didn't really need that.
Most of the time the kids just ate inside. It was just easier. You didn't have to worry about making sure that they had insect repellent on. You weren't getting attacked by flies. It was just easier. They ate inside. We knew where they were. And it's just less things that you have to get out and then pack back up again. It was just easier just to get out our camp chairs, eat on our lap, or, it was just so much simpler. Like, the less you have.
Yeah, just keep it simple, pretty much.
Even
Easy.
with your weights and everything.
Yeah.
Less is best. And, only pack what you actually think you're going to need.
There's probably stuff in the van. Oh, I took the stand-up paddleboard.
Didn't even use that.
So I did a review on that, so if you want to check it out, I took that around. I thought I'll have plenty of time to get on that when I go over WA. Well, it sat in the front boot, and I took it again the whole way around, not the whole way around Australia, but all around WA and home, and I didn't even get it out once. So that potentially could have saved us maybe 10 kilos of weight just there. So make sure you do. Take what you need, keep it simple.
That was just a few things. I'm sure we've missed a lot of things that we did not even get out and use that I can't even think to mention now.
That was just off the top of our head, I think. That's what we're sort of thinking about. So
yeah.
So next one is sort of ties in with keep it simple, but when you purchase something, we reckon buy quality stuff. So if you're going to buy something, spend that extra $100, $150, $200 on something that's better quality, it's built better. Really, in the end, it's going to last longer, and it's not going to fail on you when you need it the most. Would you agree with that one?
Yes, I do. Especially when it comes to a good camp chair, I guess.
Camp chair, generator.
Yep. Generator.
Just spend that little bit extra and get the better quality ones. Again, with a generator, if it shits itself while you're away, at least we've got a Honda. There's plenty of Honda service agents around the place that can fix it. If you get on eBay and buy a cheap Chinese one, they probably work well, but if it fails on you when you need it, you might as well just turf it and go and buy a Honda.
Oh, I just thought we just took one of those vacuum seal thingies. We took that for the whole half lap around. We did not even use that once. We had in our minds before we left that we're going to do lots of cooking and prepping of meals and things like that. We did it before we left, and that was it.
That's right. Every Sunday we're gonna prep some food for the week, and that lasted 1 week.
Yeah, we didn't do any of that, so that was another thing.
But it was handy. We did use a sealer, but when we brought meat in that from shops, we vacuum sealed it.
Oh, we might have used it a couple of
and
times
put it in.
with
Yeah,
me.
took it out of the packaging and made a bit more room. So
Yes.
next one would be obviously water storage. So before we left, we did know about it a little bit. So our caravan's got two 96 litre water tanks. We took a 20 litre water jet. We also took a 110 litre water bladder. So that was really handy. Obviously, comes down how much water you got left, and obviously food was how long you can stay out free camping, I suppose. Like solar wise, again, it all depends on your setup. I'll incorporate that as well. So you need to know your solar setup, I suppose. You need to understand your power needs. So for us, I think we're way under power. We've got 200 amps lithium on the caravan, and we've got 450 solar on the roof. Personally, I think we need to probably nearly triple that
Most
capacity
definitely.
because half the time it was good when the sun was out, or it was good when we're moving. We charged our batteries up, but if we had a crappy day, or restricted by, like, I suppose, shade,
It was tough.
it was tough. And I found myself running the generator more than I would have liked.
And we were constantly checking the switchboard.
Your power levels
Your-
and your
yeah.
volts and
Yeah, I just felt like we were forever doing that, and we just couldn't relax, thinking,
yeah.
So that was definitely, one thing that I would change when we
Yeah.
got on the road again, was know what you use
Yeah.
and everything.
Yeah, so for us, we'd definitely triple it up and have at least, 500 amps of batteries, I suppose, at least around that 600.
Because you can be constantly telling those children to charge everything during the day,
Yeah.
turn the light off, all those important things they don't understand.
No, it just goes straight over the head.
Yeah, so, and even with water, like, you've got limited water.
But they get in the shower and turn the shower on and wait till it warms up. Where you got to be in the shower, and you'll have to get a little bit of cold water to start with. But the heat will come through pretty quick.
Yeah.
So potentially you could have put a bucket on the ground there and used that for washing up water later on, or but it was hard to drum it into them. But they just
Yes, they don't understand yet, so that was tough. You were constantly arguing with them with certain things like that. And yeah, especially with the water too, like you go to remote areas, and we personally didn't drink any of the water. We brought store water from Woolworths, so when we would go through a town, we'd stock up with our 10 litre water packs and our bottled water, because personally I didn't like the taste of the water, and that would be something that I would do next time, is get a water filter for those emergencies, and we need
we had a water filter to filter the water into the tanks, but then I'd get an inline
yes
that comes up to your sink, one of those little taps on the side.
Yeah, so that was another thing. Like, we always used to worry, do we have enough drinking water? Like, yeah. So, water was
That was the biggest thing.
that was my biggest thing.
So we could probably do three days, I suppose, if we were really conservative.
Yes.
Just because the kids with the water, and when they push the button on the toilet.
Yeah, so it was only for dishes,
Yeah.
toilet, and showering
Yeah.
that we would need our water for. But that's when we had that extra water bladder.
The water bladder's helpful. Yeah.
Yeah, most definitely.
But if you're a couple, I reckon me and you could probably do a whole week with what we got,
Yeah.
and would have enough. Just a quick scrub, and then you get out. And
Yeah, you just don't know what you're going to get when you go through a certain town and what the water situation's like. So,
so make sure, with water and that, make sure you do your prep. get on Wikicamps. If you don't have Wikicamps, download Wikicamps, and it tells you all your water locations, fill up points, so definitely utilise that. So the next one is you are absolutely flat out the whole time.
Yep.
So we went on, we thought 6 months would be a good starting point. We thought, we'll definitely have plenty of free time. We'll do a heap of fishing, we'll do a heap of this, we'll do a heap of that. But realistically, we did bugger all fishing because we were flat out all the time. We were on the go.
Flat out.
Every time you went into a town, you'd go to the information centre and you'd go, righto, we've got to do this, this and this. You might only be there for a couple of days or 2-3 days, and you're just flat out for the whole time. You never feel like you got to rest, really.
No.
Like it might be different if you're doing a 12-month or an 18-month, or you got that time to slow it right down.
Yeah.
That's probably a biggest thing for us. I'd reckon would be we're going too fast, but we slow it down a little bit for next time.
Yes. Yeah. And just trying to keep the kids busy, I suppose, and tire them out, but at the same time, you got to think of yourself, don't you? And
yeah, give them an iPad. People go, get them off their iPads. Well, realistically, it's a good babysitter. It's free. You need your downtime. They need some downtime. Just put the Starlink on for them and let them watch YouTube. Because half the time we used to go and lay in bed and watch Netflix or YouTube and have our own time as well. So
yes, Starlink was incredible.
So
that was our lifesaver.
So the next thing is travelling Australia is bloody expensive. You read on forums, you read on other bits and pieces that people, $1,000 a week to travel around, or even less. If you can do it, and they've got kids. Well, some don't have kids, and they're doing it for $600-700 a week. If you can do that, please
let us know how you do it.
Let us know how you do it. Obviously, you're eating spaghetti and baked beans and 2-minute noodles all the time, but there's no way you can do it. I reckon we would have spent $1,500 a week, maybe more. We didn't keep a diary of what we spent food wise, but
yeah, I reckon easy.
Well, your accommodation, your fuel, and your food they're your 3 most expensive items, and then
I reckon at least $1,500.
Yeah, so I reckon you'd be. They say $1 a kilometre. I reckon you're probably pushing $2 a kilometre. I reckon.
Yeah.
That's probably a good starting point for a trip. So next one, this is just mainly for people with kids. It's super hard to have a routine when you've got kids. They think they're out of school and they can just go mad and they can sit up all night and they can do whatever they want. But in the day, they've got to have a routine. So that was probably one of the hardest things for us, was getting them into a routine, I reckon.
Yeah, especially with our eldest boy. He needs routine, and I guess, we're not his teacher. Like, we're their safe place when they come home from school and they let it all out and they vent. And I think being on the road and is like a holiday to them. So routine was definitely
a big thing for
us. And setting times, and this is what we're going to do tomorrow, this is what we're going to do. Having those times and routines and everything was always hard for us. So because we didn't plan anything, so we never knew what we were going to be doing from one day to the next. We just let everything flow.
We did, trying to keep it pretty cruisy, I guess.
So it was hard, but at the same time we made it work.
And we'd do it all again tomorrow.
Yeah.
Well, I would anyway. I don't know about everyone else, but I certainly would do it all again. But this time longer.
I would definitely do it, but I guess when the kids get older and
they appreciate it a bit more, I think.
Yes, they appreciate it a bit more, and yeah, I think the schooling was the hard part for
Yeah.
me.
It was.
And getting them to sit down and concentrate, and yeah,
It was a bit hard to concentrate when there's other kids running around going mad outside, and
there's so much to see and do outdoors. Why would I sit here and do work?
100%. Right, well that's, I'm pretty sure that was 10 things we discussed. I know we incorporated something there, so we'll say that was 10 things we wish you'd known before we went on our trip. Again, if we missed anything, hit us up in the comments below. If you don't want to put a comment there and you want to just send us a private message, just jump on our Facebook page. It says a private message on there, and I hope you got a little bit out of this little episode. If you did, awesome. If you didn't,
That's quite okay.
that's quite okay. And all good. But anyway, we'll see you in the next one. Cheers.